Alright guys, back at it again. Day 2. Oh, I finally got it positioned right. Will it stay this way? Who knows? Alright, so these must be our apartment people. Well, I keep saying apartment. I live in a whole duplex. Like, I live in a whole duplex. But, yeah, so day 2. Honestly, yesterday was my first day working with it. And I really liked it a lot. Like, I'm not even gonna front. I loved it quite a bit. I don't even think I need the AC on. I just want my butt warm. Where y'all at? Y'all better not be behind my car. I do not know why I just bagged out of my shit like that, but I did. Okay. I wonder what they're talking about. I can't wait to see what it looks like on the inside of those. Like, I can talk for hours about the way I feel about my duplex, complex, whatever you want to call it. The motherfuckers, boy. But anyway, everything in the world is gentrified and getting raised up on prices. Like, how I'm in a whole Oklahoma. Granted, now let me tell you, I'm a military brat, so. Let me hurry up before them cars go. I'm a military brat, so I have been, I've lived in so many different places. Like, so many different places. And the prices were usually relatively around the same. Oh, shit. Yeah, back that up, FedEx woman, because, girl, I would have took that whole lawsuit. I'm in the car by myself without my baby. I always say that, and I never do it. I always steal. But anyway, so, what was I saying? Oh, my gosh, I do that so much. It's fucking annoys the hell out of me. But I'm on meds that's supposed to help me with my memory. There is a fire truck on the highway with its lights on, and I see traffic. Okay. Well, that's very interesting. I'm going under the speed limit and shit. See, that's exactly how traffic happens. I'm too busy trying to be nosy. Man, please do not affect what I got going on this morning. So all these people don't have to turn, is what you guys are telling me. Okay. But everything is getting gentrified. The prices are raised up. Oh yeah, I remember now. So, I've lived in a lot of places. The prices were always the same as Oklahoma, slightly higher, except for obviously when I moved to Jersey and New York. Obviously, things were going to be a little different in terms of prices, and I completely understood that. What you would pay here for a 2-bedroom, you can get there for like $1,200, which, I will say this, which is now basically the same price as what you would be paying if you lived out there, except I guess out there it's more so for a room than as like a whole house or a whole apartment. So, there's a difference in that, obviously. Here you get a little bit more bang for your buck, yeah, but it's still the same fucking price. Like, it used to actually be a big difference. Like, you just knew, oh yeah, me moving to Oklahoma is gonna be so much cheaper than living in New York. Honestly, no. Everything feels like it's the same. The fucking food prices are the same. Honestly, I don't see, other than the fact of you get the bang for your buck in terms of you get a yard that's yours instead of having to share it with like 5 other families in the house. Yeah, okay, cool. But other than that, my nigga, come on now. Like, I'd rather live in a place that's popping, where if I did decide, I do feel like stepping out tonight, I got somewhere to go. I'm not saying Oklahoma doesn't have those places. It's just what Oklahoma has is the style of music, the decade that they're still in, the way things are, the mannerisms, the values, everything is different than what it would be in another place. So here, they play trap music. Some people are gonna fight in a club, whereas if they play trap music in a New York club, everybody just gonna be vibing the fuck out. Little things like that. So they won't play that music because of that reason. I'm not saying I hate it here because they don't like trap music. I love trap music. I don't hate it because of that. I'm one of those people where it's either, there's no in between. So it's fully trap rap, or it's like pop or rock. That's just what that is with me. There's no in between. So when I go to these clubs out here, I don't know the music, and then some of the music that it is, a lot of it is like basically songs that came out back in the early 2000s that they just can't let go of. They will play this shit in the club to death, okay? It is 2021 and they are still playing Boots with the Fur. Why the fuck am I still listening to that in the club? I don't want to hear that shit. It's a whole bunch of different stuff that they do that it just makes me be like, yo, this just ain't it. This ain't the vibe. This ain't it. But then when I don't think about myself, when I think about my daughter, I think of my daughter and I'm like, you know what? It's worth it to be here to a certain extent, because he is related to a lot of people out here as well as my daughter, which means, incest. Yes, people joke about that incest shit in other places, but it's real and it's real for us. And the only reason why it's real for us is because people don't leave these kind of Midwest places. People tend to stay here. So because of the fact that people tend to stay here, so many families are related to each other. There's so many people here, you kind of can't escape it. But one thing about these people here, either you know about the relatives or people just mad about some shit that happened back in the day. They don't want to acknowledge that family member, so they don't ever tell their children that you're related to these people. And then before you know it, you didn't find out you had sex with your cousin. Like, it happens, Obviously, it ain't like first and second cousins. Sometimes it could be third and fourth cousins, but it doesn't matter. To me, a cousin is a cousin, and I will not cross that line. So it gets like that out here. That's really a thing. Yes, it is. So, no, I do not want my daughter to be here for that long. I do want for her to instill these nice Southern values, because that's what made me the woman that I am, and I will never take that from myself. Moving to New York, I love the city. It was the best thing ever. Like, I felt like that was my home, because I knew I wasn't about this country life. But at the same damn time, it's like, I say that, car, you gotta get over, so hurry up. I say that, but I'm glad I was country girl then city girl versus city girl then country girl, because I wouldn't appreciate what the South has to offer. So I do like that things were, the way that they were. They worked out for me. I feel like that would be perfect for my daughter to know what her values need to be as a woman and as a person, and then take that and move into a big city and make it work for you. Like, honestly, I feel like that's what I did. I feel like I took all my values, everything I know, my street smarts, all of that, and I took it out there, and I was able to use it to the best of my advantage. And to this day, honestly, the friends that I have that I consider my friends, they're from New York and they're from Jersey. I don't have friends from anywhere else. That's how I look at it. I look at it as, you know what? These are my friends. When I came back to Oklahoma, I thought, you know what? Maybe things will change. Maybe the friends that I had when I was here will be my friends again. No, none of them were. When we tried, it just felt like we were on different different pages. And it's okay to outgrow your friends. But once again, that draws back into being in this small mindset of fucking people that they look at it differently. They look at it like you trying to act like you better than them and stuff like that. And that's the shit that irritates me. I don't think that I'm better than you. I need you to understand that we just outgrew each other and it is what it is, and I have no hard feelings towards you. I want to be able to congratulate you on birthdays. Oh my gosh, are you really going to do traffic for this? I really want to be able to congratulate you on birthdays. I want to be able to congratulate you on a lot of different things in life. And we have that relationship, and you know that, you know, everything is cool. We just don't talk in terms of like, we're not going to kick it. We're not going to hang out. I'm not going to call you and be like, hey, let's go do this, that, and the third. Yeah, it's going to be none of that. So it's, you know, it sucks. I don't want my daughter to stay here too long. Stuff like that happen, and it kind of mess with her mental. I feel like Oklahoma messed with my mental a lot. When I'm out of this state, I can thrive and be my best person. Every time I'm here, I don't feel like I can be my best person, and I don't like to be in a place where I feel like that. And right now, I'm being real with you. I'm honestly only faking this shit because of my daughter and my husband. I don't have a strong family on my mother's side, only on my father's side. And on my father's side, they're in New York, obviously. So obviously I'm not going to move there. So the family that I do have that is the closest is my mother's side. But they're in Texas, which is not far. It's like how Jersey and New York is, how Oklahoma and Jersey is. So it's not like they're far. It's not like I can get to them. It's just, they're different. And they don't understand me, and they think that I think that I'm better than them. So it's like one of those things I just be like, you know what, fuck it. Why even try at this point? So I leave it alone. His family is here. His mother's side of the family is like mine, you know. We don't talk to them. They don't talk to us. But his father's side of the family is just like how I am with my father's side. And they're here. They're 45 minutes to an hour away from where we live, but they're here. We see them on holidays. We hang out. We do things like that. And I need that. You know, and if I can't have that in New York, here's the closest place I can have it. And I want it for a certain extent for my daughter to see it and understand it. And then when she does get to that age, we can move to another place. And, you know, I didn't take away what it's like to have a family. I want her to always know that. Yes, she's always going to have mommy and daddy. But I want her to have more than us, you know. But at the same time, I'm not going to put people in, I'm not gonna, what is the word I'm looking for? I'm not gonna force you to be in my daughter's life. That's what I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna force nobody to be in my daughter's life. But if you want to be there, then be there. I should not have to call and reach out and do any of those things. You know I have a child. You know what I got going on. You want to be involved, bring your ass over here then, you know? So I don't know, man. I just feel like the small town stuff to the big town stuff, ooh, it could just be a little ghetto sometimes, boy. It can be a little ghetto. Are you still trying to get over? What are you doing? Okay, I have no idea where this car is going. And now they just like sped the fuck off. Okay. Because you were really trying to get over. You know, you could have gotten over back there. You were just being mad fucking scary. Your car wasn't as close as you thought it was. But anyway, so yeah. I just honestly feel like once I move, I will be able to thrive at the level of what I want to thrive at. But I'm not taking living here for advantage because I'm using it to humble myself. I'm using it to gather all of the things that I need to gather to be the person that I want to be. You know, I'm still trying to make those connections out here. It's just I'm trying to make those connections on a different scale, on a different level than what it was when I was living here. You know, I am trying to turn this negative into a positive because like I told my husband, I don't want you or my daughter to think that I hate it here or think that I'm so uncomfortable, you know, to the point to where you don't want to go do anything because you know how much I hate it here. But I mean, I'm trying. It's hard. I just can't enjoy myself. It just sucks. Shit just sucks. It's not a vibe for me. And I'm like, I don't want to feel bad for saying that. I don't. Yes, I'm from here. But it ain't a vibe, man. Like, when I go out, I don't be like, oh, yes, it's my shit. Or, oh, I feel like I want to get fucked up tonight. Like, oh, I don't feel that. I don't feel it. I don't feel it, man. And honestly, I spend too much money going out to not feel that vibe. So I'd rather stay in the house. It makes me mad when my family tries to say, you know, I'm going to make my daughter antisocial or something along those lines of just like, you got to get out and she needs to see people. You know, you two aren't the only two people she needs to see. And I understand that. But COVID, you know, people are unclean right now. I don't really want to spend the money. She's only one. She's, you know, we can't really do that much anyway. Like, can I just stack my money and focus on my goals for my future? Like, I have other businesses and other things that I want to do, and I can't do those things if I'm out partying and trying to catch the next vibe and follow the next trend. I don't care about all of that right now. That's going to come when I'm at my best. When I'm at my best, I know I'm going to be like, you know what? I'm going out tonight. I feel like I'm getting fucked up. And I'm going to feel it and I'm going to want it because I'm going to know I worked my fucking ass off. Everything is good. But this time around as an adult, what I realized is, oh, I hope I don't fuck my phone up. I turned slow just so I didn't threw my phone across the thing. Ooh, water on my car. Thank you. But I told him, I'm like, you know, no funny shit. His ass is always outside. I want to go say hi to him, but I'm mad late. I'll just wait till him through the window. He saw me. So yeah. It's like, oh, and that's my, one of my gay best friends at the old Sola that I used to work at, or used to have my studio at. So, next time I do this shit, we going out of town. Fuck that shit. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I want to go somewhere where I can turn up. Going out, I also realize I don't really know this music because I don't follow the trend. Obviously, when I'm at my best, I'm going to be having the time to listen to what's going on, what's the new and hot music going on right now and shit like that. So, when that time get here, I'll be ready for it. Right now, I'm really focused. I'm really fucking focused, man. I'm very focused. I work out 4 times a day. I keep trying to work out every day. My body won't let me, but I'm still trying to get to my everyday of working out. Not an intense workout, but I want to get down to at least 30 minutes of workout on a daily basis. My body won't let me. Right now, I'm doing an hour. I'm doing an hour 4 days a week. Yeah, hour workout. I do go pretty hard though, like to the point to where I'm super sore all the time just because my body won't let me work out. And I'm really just trying to strengthen it to get it better. But that's how focused I am. Like I'm like, look, I'm trying to get my health right. After having a baby, I had a very bad vitamin deficiency. I'm trying to, I'm taking vitamins and doing things like that. So I need to make this light. So I'm really trying to get my life back. Oh my gosh, this is like suicide. Why did I do this? Oh, it's a slow yellow. But yeah, so I'm really so focused on my goals and everything. I feel like once I'm done with all of that, I'm going to have so much fun because I'm going to be able to be like, all right, let's go to Vegas or let's go to Dallas. Let's go to Houston for the weekend so I can turn the fuck up. Like, the crew of friends that I have can do that. I didn't have friends like that before. And these girls, they were my clients and things like that. And we became best friends. Like, I genuinely really love my new friends. Like, they're everything. Is that my client? No, that's not her. Oh, gosh. Do I want to park right here? That's my client. I guess I'll park next to this. I really don't want to park next to this woman. She look like she gonna hit my car with her door. Jesus, I only got one client today. But yeah, that is on a ride with me this morning. Little rants. Until tomorrow, my loves.